If you're not vaccinated, you should not be allowed to travel, period. It doesn't make sense. People are reintroducing countries to illnesses they haven't experienced in years, just because some affluent soccer mums think their stupid-ass kid is going to be the next Einstein because he never got a measles shot. But it's my body. Yeah, and it can sit in a quarantine as long as you like, Karen, you walking smallpox blanket. Before we make fun of some more anti-vaxxers, I wanted to talk about today's sponsor, Filmora. Now, lots of you guys ask me how I make videos and what software I use, and I usually reply with, insert expensive software here that costs way too much. But with Filmora 9, you can get started for much cheaper, and it's honestly such an easy program to learn. Like, I literally edited a Fortnite montage in 6 minutes without any practice. They have these professional looking transitions and animated elements. Like, you can make your videos look better than anything I've ever produced with pretty much no effort. You literally just drag and drop these effects and transitions and stuff like that onto the timeline, and it does the magic for you. Oh, and did I mention that you can also record your screen with Filmora? I think my favorite thing is how easy it is to start a sequence. Like, remembering resolutions for different social medias can be super annoying and tedious. But with Filmora, boom, as soon as you start the software, it's right there. So if you like showing off highlights of like streams or gameplay or even just silly stuff you've done on your computer, alright, editor's notes here, I've got to mention, you can also upload straight to YouTube. Oh my god, is that amazing? It is so much easier. Back to the video. Super handy, because you don't have to worry about changing the aspect ratio. It does it for you. Oh, and if the incredible amount of effects and animated elements aren't enough for you, you can get more of those through film stocks, as well as stock footage, pictures, and audio. And a lot of them are for free. And if you use the download link in the description down below, you can try Filmora 9 for free.
And that's a great price.
Thank you, Felix. So please, if you want to help out the channel, I would really appreciate it if you click the link down below. 0.1% of women in America die annually from cervical cancer. If you're telling me 100% of women now need to be forced to take a shot based on the death of 0.1% of your population, then may I pray you never, ever, ever work in a position of authority. Well, listen, Candace, how are they meant to know, right? How are they meant to know which ones are going to get cancer, right? Wouldn't it be better if everyone just had this shot so none of them would get cancer? And then they don't have to worry about it for the rest of their lives. Wouldn't that be easier? Wouldn't it be easier? I don't know. Plus, I don't even know that statistic. I don't know if that's real or not, but whatever. It's one shot. Happy Thanksgiving. This Thanksgiving, I'm especially grateful for the doctors, nurses, public health staff, and vaccine workers who are vaccinating children against deadly diseases, including measles, and fighting #anti-vax misinformation. They are heroes. #vaccines work. I'm thankful that parents are learning that natural immunity is superior to vaccine and that vaccines do not confer immunity, which is why they don't work and never have worked. Yeah, that's bullcrap. They have worked. There's a reason that we can see anti-vaxxers on the rise, and also the fact that, deadly diseases are coming back, which we, once eradicated. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Good point of history. We're going to wipe ourselves out from our own stupidity. Now Californian anti-vaxxers are trying to co-opt the 9/11 slogan for the day that #SB 276 was signed into law. That's disgusting. That is... I'm sorry to any victims of 9/11 or had family who were victims or just anything like that, or even if you were in New York on that day. I am sorry that these stupid, self-righteous individuals are claiming to be on the same level as 9/11. I'm sorry, that's horrible. So you heard of Argario, you've heard of Sliver.io, and you've heard of Aggie.io. Well, get ready for the one and only Polio. Only the anti-vax parents can play it. I mean, I've done plenty of research. I'm a scientist and a double major in bio and chem, and I'm also autistic. I'm still up to date on all vaccines, and I always opt for the optional ones too, but go off. You misspelled I'm retarded because I kept putting the poison in my body that made me this way? Well, Bella, look, I'm going to use your word here for a second. I don't want to use this word, but she started it. Bella, you're the retarded one for thinking that vaccines cause autism, okay? There's, first off, no evidence. Secondly, you're probably going to cite something about the fact that Big Pharma make money off vaccines. Well, they make basically nothing, considering a lot of places around the world give out vaccines for very little or for free. And not only that, you're out here, you probably have essential oils that keep your family safe, don't you? The essential oils that cost a lot of money and that do nothing. Yes. So Bella, yes, You are the retarded one. I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry to say. Again, I don't like using that word, but yeah, Bella started it. A lady dies and goes to heaven and is standing in front of God. There is one thing I've always wanted to know. Okay, ask away, God said. Do vaccines cause autism? She asked. The truth is no, vaccines have nothing to do with autism, admitted God. The woman shakes her head and says, they got to you too. This thing really goes high up. Petition to make Jeff change his username. If those in charge cared about public health, they would be adding vitamins to the water and not one of the most poisonous chemicals in the earth, fluoride. In World War II, both Russians and Germans added fluoride to the drinking water of prisoners to make them docile and subdued. Hashtag research it. It doesn't matter because guess what? They put in a lot more than the tiny amount that's put into your water to keep your teeth healthy. You know? Oh man, anti-vaxxers, dude. It's the same with people that think that because there's aluminium in vaccines and there's the smallest amount and it's just the chemical. Like you eat more aluminium per day than is in any vaccine. You eat about 10 times more than you would putting into a vaccine. It's insane. It's insane how dumb some people are, but whatever. BS, I'm a paralegal and worked in cases where it was admitted in court by the vax manufacturer it can cause autism. Those kids were awarded millions. Do your research. You realize people can see your profile, right? You work in mechanics and construction, but let's pretend you're correct and or you're both. Please cite the court record for this. I'm curious why a representative of a vaccine manufacturer would supposedly admit to something that has no scientific backing. So I wonder how they would even know for sure. Every single scientific study that has been conducted after the Wakefield study has not received the same results. It's almost like there is no evidence, is there? It's almost like you're making shit up. It's almost like you're so desperate that you need to lie to get ahead. It's almost like that. 79.4% of babies who die of SIDS had a vaccine the same day. Fuck off, you cretin. 87.6% of statistics are made up. Okay, instead of babbling, find some study to disprove her. How about you cite a study on that quote? How about that? Because if you put a claim out there, you need to be able to back it up. Wow, crazy, I know, it's insane, wow, wowee. When you and your anti-vax friends cause an epidemic from an entirely preventable disease that was previously eradicated. Apes, together, strong. I was advocating for vaccines to an avid anti-vax person the other day, who asked, do you consider yourself an expert on vaccines? I said yes. Her response, and don't you think that's a conflict of interest? And that's where we're at in 2019. Yeah, because Michael, you committed the cardinal sin of knowing what you're talking about to an anti-vaxxer. And that is not allowed. That's illegal. Oh, and vaccines do not cause autism. Oh, and you can prove that? Not a doctor, so while I personally can't, I refer to hundreds and thousands of drug trials and scientific studies and papers done by people who are. I surely do not claim that because I read some articles I found on Google. I'm an expert. Now, if you want to see the hundreds, if not thousands of studies and cases for vaccines, they're on screen right now. There's a few of them. You can see here. We have to speed this up to get this through because there's a lot. And you know what? I'll even put a link in the description if you want to like post this to an anti-vaxxer and go, look, there's no evidence. But yeah, that's the end of the video. And I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching, and also thank you to Fillmore for sponsoring this video. And this is me being genuine. It is a really good product that is cheap and really effective. For starters, it costs less for a year than it does for a single month of me having the Creative Cloud subscription I do for YouTube. That is insane. It is so much cheaper, and it is so powerful for what you get. And there's so many, like, you can chroma key and stuff like that on it. So yeah, if you want to check it out, I would really, really appreciate it. Link in the description. Please click it. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Cor, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day.